Okay, hi. So, I have plans, right? And this past week, I wasn't very good at doing any kind of projects where I was going to finish them. I've been dealing with job stuff and like losing my job that I've had for the past like 3 years, basically. So, I'm trying to figure all of that out. But my boyfriend is graduating with his associates. And I was like, I want to do something like cute, I guess, for him. And I've never done embroidery, so this is great, right? I should definitely do that on a gift for someone else. No, I am. I am going to, and it'll be fine. I've done different types of like things that use embroidery floss, like cross stitching and all that. So I'm not new to it. I just have never done embroidery specifically, I don't think. But here's what's going on. I got a sweatshirt. It's a comfort hoodie sweatshirt thing. So I was just thinking of embroidering like something on like maybe the pocket or the sleeve, like the cuff of the sleeve. Um, and the thing I was thinking of embroidering was his little kitty cat and my little kitty cat. This is the embroidery thread package that I bought. It was like on sale, so I said say less. And then I got this stabilizer. It's a sticky water soluble stabilizer. That's what it says right there. So basically what you do is you you can print these, like that's why they're the printer paper size. You can put them in your printer and I guess print directly on them. Probably the same way you would with cardstock. But you can also just draw on them and then cut around that design and then put it on said object that you are going to embroider and then embroider. The one thing I did not get is a hoop, but I think that the things that I'm trying to do are small enough that maybe it doesn't matter if there's a hoop, you know? I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. Either way, he has no clue about any of this. And he's asleep right now, so I'm winning at life. I also did get tapestry needles, wherever I ended up putting those. They're here, they exist. I don't quite need them until I actually have my patterns figured out. So I was thinking about maybe using some sticky notes to try and like design little cat heads or ears or whatever so that I can, you know, cut that out and test placement and see how I like it, see, what I think, I guess. And I feel like I'm going to be way too quiet on this video, but it's whatever, I guess. And I don't know, like, I'm going to try and make sure that I record it, but my problem is I'm trying to do this as a surprise. So if he's awake, I probably can't, you know, show it. Hopefully I can do this. Hopefully I can sneak and get this finished. He's had short days for classes though this week because his teachers have just been like, cool, you're done, leave, you know? So I'm wondering if that's how tonight is going to go as well. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll have all the time to work on this. But that's my project right now. So I guess I should pick out my colors, right? Get those figured out. Let's do that. Okay, so it still looks nice on this side, but because I had to pull colors out and then shove colors back in, it's so ugly. I'm gonna find a better way to store these because I'm not keeping them in a plastic bag like this. My cat will eat it. He's pretending to sleep. I know he knows that there's plastic in the room that he likes. So these are the colors I chose. Okay, even show them. Ugh. These are like the darker ones. And then these are the lighter colors. that I think will work for the two cats. Now, my dilemma is figuring out a subtle way to put the cats on the sweatshirt without it being like crazy and not being too girly, basically. I think I'm gonna start trying to draw some options on some sticky notes. Found them. So now I have the floss, the tapestry needles, the stabilizer, and the sweatshirt. And I just need the design. I'm trying to think what I could do. I probably look so lost, but I'm not quite lost. I'm just a little overwhelmed, I think, by the prospect of what I'm planning on doing because I've never done this before and I want this hoodie to be wearable and I don't want to mess it up, you know? My hope is that I can do a cute little design, probably put it on the sleeve so that it's like really subtle and no one will really see it unless he shows them, you know? Because then it's more like a really personal type gift and less like, oh, look, I'm a cat guy. I don't know, how do we feel? This is a rough design. Do not think that this is my serious design. But how do we feel about maybe putting it like on the sleeve like that? Maybe like a little kitty peeking up over the sleeve. Do we think that would be cute? Because obviously I'm going to put more effort into drawing it if that's what I decide to do. Alright? Is this too big of a project for me to like try to do right now? I don't know what I want to do. Why did I think I could do this in like one day? What even was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. So I know like these ears specifically are for like an embroidery machine. Is that working? The tabby one? Right here. That's the one that I'm thinking I might do. But I'm just not sure, like, because I know that machine's embroidered differently. And I'm going to be hand embroidering. Do we think I can do all those little details? Should I try to trace that right now? Could be a good idea to do that. Both of the cats are tabbies. So the only thing that's going to change is like, I guess the colors that are used for it. What do we think? Do we like that? Do you think it looks cute? I feel like that's not too bad. Now the issue is I'd probably need to just basically draw that again on that transfer sheet. But I guess for now, all we need to do is cut that out and test placement, right? Because maybe I'll put one cat on one sleeve and one cat on the other. We can't find out until I cut. So I think they look cute, and I drew them personally, so I win. I don't know. That's probably not how this works, but I mean, that's not too bad. I think that would be cute. I just need to make sure it's on the part of the sleeve where it's going to show, I guess. I think that's. Yeah, I think that's right. Maybe I just don't do the names. Maybe I just embroider the cat ears. Because I'm already going to have to draw this twice. I do one on each sleeve. That's only going to take up like a tiny portion of this transfer, like the stabilizer. So I guess I'll be able to embroider stuff a lot. Also, the nice thing about this stabilizer, where I didn't want to get like the tearaway one or anything like that, is you just have to wash it away in water. Like it's soluble, so it'll go away if you just get it wet. And I've already washed the sweatshirt. So what I'm going to do probably is embroider this, make sure it's Gucci, make sure I like it, and then I will take the sleeve or sleeves if I put it on both sleeves and wash it away, run it under water, and then let it dry. And if I am correct in how long it will take me to do this stuff, I should be able to have it drying by tonight. Yeah, I think so. But no promises, I guess. I just don't want him to see them before it's done. I don't want him to like even know that I'm doing this, you know? I do think my tabby ears look really good though. Yeah, I'm excited about these. And now I'm gonna have to learn how to do some embroidery stitches. I've heard satin stitch is a bad idea for projects that are gonna get washed a lot or worn. Satin stitches are good if you're just hanging something up. We're already learning things about embroidery. I guess I don't need this anymore. Let me tell you, I love having sticky notes. Love it. Alright, let's pull a sheet out. Yeah? I was hoping it was gonna have one of those foldable like parts that's gonna be like sticky so it can stay shut if I want it to stay shut. It smells sticky. This is the stabilizer. Bruh, this is going so much faster than I thought it was going to. We have a pencil. Now, I need to trace that on that. We're gonna use my book. I like this book. I haven't finished it yet, so don't say anything. And this is not where I am in it. I'm listening to the audiobook whenever I don't have the book with me, which is most of the time, so I haven't made it very far in the physical book. I don't need the full sheet right now. Maybe half. I'm gonna cut that. I'm not the only one who sees this, right? You can see through it. Maybe I can just trace it that way. So I have to cut the least amount. I think maybe like that. Yeah. I'm getting tape. It's been taped to the back. And now I need to trace it. What do we think? Do we like it? I think so. I think it looks good. I can probably elongate those parts in the middle again, actually, a little bit more. Because I don't think it needs to be as short as it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna extend those. I think the second one looks better than the first one. And I think they both look really good though. And now I have to actually embroider this. Good luck me, I guess. They look so good. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I should cut them out. And the nice thing is I traced it twice, which means that I'm a human, so I make a little bit of mistakes, so they look a little different, which is good because our cats don't look the same. I was thinking I could do these two colors for Rider, and then these two colors for Bandit, probably. I don't know. We'll see. See, they look small, but this feels like a very daunting embroidery project. And I'm probably going to need to save the top space of this for whatever else I might decide to embroider because these were not cheap. And there was 6 sheets. And like, yeah, you can print them, but I'm not doing that. This is the leftover stabilizer. This is obviously my little pattern. I don't know if I'll ever need it again, but maybe. So I'm gonna keep it. You never know when you might need to embroider cat ears. So I'm going to hide this because if George sees that, it's a hint. And we don't do that. We don't do hints. I can't do this. This is not working. I can't take the back off. I'm really bad at stickers, so the fact that this is just another sticker is rough, but we're gonna try. Well, I got the sticker undone, and it's on the sleeve. So now it's time to do the scary part, and maybe try to embroider a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Alright, I think I have the sticky stuff on my finger, and then I touched the navy fibers, so then my fingers turned blue. So it's very clearly my first time embroidering anything. But I feel like that's pretty cute. I feel like I didn't do too bad of a job. Obviously, we'll see what it really looks like when it's washed off. But I think I changed a little bit of the design elements about it, of course, because I realized pretty quickly that embroidering the details I was going to try and embroider would have needed like smaller thread, like probably sewing thread. So I didn't do that. But like, let me see what it looks like on my sleeve, like if I put the arm on. I think this is perfect placement. I'm not gonna lie. And if George hates this sweatshirt, I'll wear it. But I don't think he'll hate it. It also doesn't really feel like it's super irritating on my wrist, which is the other thing I was worried about. So, do you want to see the back? It looks fun. It's a mess, but I don't think it's coming off. So, I'm excited to see it washed off. But I'm going to go ahead and just stop for now because I have to go do some stuff. I'll do the next one when I get home from whatever I'm doing, and then maybe I'll record myself rinsing the sleeves. We shall see what happens, but I'm gonna go hide this so that he doesn't find it when he wakes up in like 8 minutes. So, until then, I guess. Hello. I have a friend. He decided to join me today. He looks very concerned, but he's not. He's okay. He just wants me to go to bed. But I figured I would finish out this video. It's the day, the graduation day, and it's the night, so he's already graduated. And I gave him the sweatshirt. And my biggest worry was that he was going to think that it was too girly. Not that that's like bad. I don't know. He just doesn't typically like stuff that is super specific on his sweatshirts usually. So I wasn't sure about putting the cat's ears on it, but I thought it would be cute because he loves the kitties. He left. So I went ahead and I did it anyway, but I put it on the inner part of the sleeve so it's like on his wrist so that even if he wore it out or whatever, it wouldn't be crazy obvious or noticeable. Because also he doesn't typically wear like super like artsy, crafty type clothes. Like he probably wouldn't wear a crocheted sweater, which is fine. Nothing against that. We all have our own styles. He wouldn't probably wear a crocheted cardigan or a knitted cardigan or anything like that. So I was trying to avoid it being like that, but also I wanted to keep it in the realm of like something he would wear and could wear out if he wanted to. Because he would probably wear whatever I made him at the apartment or like, at home, whatever. But I wanted to make this so that he could wear it wherever he wanted to and feel like normal, you know? So I did. And he loved it. He absolutely loved it. He's very happy that he'll get to have the cats with him whenever he wears that sweatshirt. So we win, guys. We win. Um, that's pretty much it. He liked it. That's my update. And he's graduated now, so yeah. Onward and upwards, right? Anyway, thanks for following along on this video. This is probably one of my longer ones because I don't think there's a lot I can actually cut out. And I think I talked a lot in the original recording, like the other videos that I recorded for this video specifically. Also, my apologies if my mic did not pick up my voice a few times. I was noticing that a little bit while I was editing. So I'm sorry. I am going to work on that for sure. But thank you for being here and following along, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, thanks. Bye.